Call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Public Safety, September 22nd, 2025. We will follow the agenda we have in front of us. May we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. We entertain a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes from Monday, September 8th.
I make a motion.
I'll second. Are there any questions?
I have none.
Hearing no questions, we'll take a vote. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. As far as new business, is there a motion to accept the fire department report of the third-class firefighters, Clyde Pertonsky, Timothy Cummins, John Sullivan, Tyler Campos, Michael Trinidad, and David Ramirez, as well as acknowledgement of courage and dedication for the following firefighters that have responded to a structural fire on the 4200 block of Indianapolis Boulevard: Acting Captain Hannah Buckley, Firefighter Miguel Fernandez, Acting Captain Casey Brandon, Firefighter Clyde Pertonsky, and Firefighter Timothy Cummins.
I make a motion.
We will second the motion. Are there any questions?
I have none.
I hear no question. We'll take a vote. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And I'd like to say, if any of these firemen are here today, there is no one here. Well, just for the record, and for those of you viewing the video, we definitely want to extend not only our acknowledgement, but our appreciation. We know this is not a tough task, and families involved. So again, from the Board of Public Safety and on behalf of the City of East Chicago and the Mayor's Office, we definitely extend our appreciation to you for this act that you had did in the 4200 block of Indianapolis Boulevard. Thank you. Okay, moving on to the building department. We have several demolition orders, but before we get into these orders, I would like to say to everyone here, and just for the record, that the demolition order is the beginning of the process, and typically, so that I won't have to acknowledge this every time, it's the beginning of the process. And if you work with our building department, James Portalatin, there is a path to becoming off of the list. We would generally be inclined to follow the recommendation, but again, it is a start of the process. All right, we may proceed.
Good evening, Mr. President. Kevin Smith on behalf of the building department tonight. We do have, as the agenda indicates, several properties that are up for demolition order. I would like to set the record on those, just to indicate, one, that these properties have been identified by the building department as either vacant, abandoned, unsafe, or otherwise blighted, as defined in the Indiana Unsafe Building Act, Indiana Code 36-7-9 at SEC. I would also note for the record that we are, as part of the city's evidence today, presenting the board not only with the evidentiary checklist that the inspectors do in the field, but also photographs, as we always do, to show the condition of the property, both when the inspectors saw the property and today.
Okay.
Finally, I want to indicate for the record that all properties have been properly noticed and served through their owners or those with a substantial property interest through both certified mail, regular mail, publication, and posting of notice on the property.
Okay,
so we have satisfied the statute in that regard. We do have several folks present here today. I would note for the record, 5031 Magoon is requested to be continued, and that we have no objection to that continuance to October 27th. And that was negotiated between the building department and Attorney Justin Murphy, who represents the owner of 5031 Magoon. So that one will be continued. All the other ones, I believe, are going to be heard today. If I could approach and present you with the binder with the photographs.
Sure. Thank you.
And if you'd like, we can call those that are present here in person before we do the ones that are not present.
Yes, please.
All right. So first, we do have Attorney Seth Butendorp here, along with an owner, Maria Gonzalez, for 4801 WEG, which is tab 13 in your book. I believe oh, did they leave? They left. Okay, I guess we don't have them here. Are they still here? James here? James is here. Okay. Then I guess did Mr. Butendorp and Ms. Gonzalez leave? On WAG? Attorney Bieber, yes? Yes. Okay, so they're not here any longer. No, okay. All right, well then the first property that we have with somebody that has signed in would be Mr. Thomas Bukowski, and he is here on the property located at 4855 Northcott, which is number 10 in your book, Mr. President. And I would indicate that based upon, I believe, Mr. Portalatine's conversation with Mr. Bukowski, that it is the city's position to enter the demolition order. Mr. Bukowski is using the property as storage, and he'd like time to remove it. We have indicated to him that these aren't going to be bid out until early November, and so he should have more than enough time to do that. He is present here. I don't know if he wants to say anything.
Okay, is this in addition to the agenda item?
It shouldn't be. If I misstated, it's 4855 Northcott.
Okay, so on the agenda, we have 4833. Would that be a typo?
Yes, it would be.
Okay,
It should be 55. I apologize.
no problem. Okay, let's please proceed.
All right, Mr. Bukowski, do you want to say anything? Yeah, if you'd like, come up.
When you come forth, please just state your name and address.
Address of the house in question?
Your address. He knows the address of the house in question.
This is Thomas Bukowski. My address is 4837 Northcott Avenue, East Chicago. And I'm only requesting, like I've been extenuating circumstances with family issues that I'm requesting more time, you know, to be able to clean out the property. And I intend to sell it. I intend to get rid of it, but I'd like to have time to vacate it. I've spent a few years collecting things there, and you've been using the property for storage. I don't know if you're interested in my extenuating circumstance or not. That's taken me out of town with a family issue or not. But my sister passed away. Her house is vacant, lives in the country. Mile is the closest neighbor, so it's vacant. I got a call last month that it was broken into and ransacked, so we've been going down there and trying to vacate it, and I've got a farmer that's interested in buying the property. So my intention was with that one, before all this started, was to clean it out and sell it, you know, and get rid of it by the end of the year. Now, the issue is that it's 2-hour ride for me to go one way. You know, it's in central Illinois. It's not close, so it's taken me a while to get down there, do what we can do. And I'm afraid to say there, we showed up twice already, and the door was wide open. I've called the sheriff's department. Dave came out, went through the house, and checked it for me. You know, so we're a little apprehensive going there. And the sheriff's told me, every time you want to come out and do the work over there, clean something out, give us a call. We'll show up and go through the property for you. So I'm just saying that's my extenuating circumstance, taking me away from this. That's why I'm asking for more time. I was hoping to get at least 6 months to be able to clean this stuff out of this one, because I want to take care of that issue first and get it behind me.
Yeah, as you know, just in response real quick, Mr. President, as you know, the city likes to keep these things moving.
Yes.
And we've explained to Mr. Bukowski that November 6th will be the earliest it's bid out. And then we have to be awarded, permitted, things like that. So there is additional time. However, given the condition of the property with as you can see from the photos, it's got severely aged windows, some siding issues, windows are boarded up, roofs in disrepair. So this isn't something that just happened over the last, week or two. No. This has been happening for some time. So I hope Mr. Bukowski will take it upon himself to get this moving, and he'll have time.
My intention was to put a roof on it. I was approached by the city, the roof needed work. At the time, I didn't have the money. I secured funds. Then I had to come to a court hearing in February. I showed up to court, and I was told it's dismissed. The case was dismissed. And I asked, well, what does that mean? And he said, no, don't worry about it. It's dismissed. You can leave. And I just assumed that meant I had more time. They said, okay, I should have followed through, I guess, but I just assumed I had more time to get the money together and get it done. So I had a contractor secured and everything, but then that issue happened down south by my sister's house, and I've been putting it off. But I've got someone that was going to do the roof for me, but that's a moot point now since this is entered in the...
Right, and I'll just say thanks for coming up. Thanks for sharing your comments, for sure. The city of East Chicago is getting very aggressive on
I understand.
properties like this because of the neighbors, and, they are looking for improvements. And so we work with Mr. Portalatin.
I just thought possibly would putting a roof on it, you'd buy me more time.
Well, here's the thing is this, you need to have that conversation outside of here with Mr. Portalatin, but I will tell you that it's a very fair as far as time, but it is aggressive and not delayed also. So
you're saying
work it out.
the November 6th date is a fair date?
What I'm saying is that speak with Mr. Portalatin about the full process and what signs you need to show, what agreements you may need to enter into, and he will give you all the requirements, all the check boxes of what you need to do to get the property off of the demolition list, which ultimately it sounds like that's your goal. You know, it'll be very fair. You will have what we would consider to be adequate time, but it may not be on your time schedule, but it would be a fair time schedule because we have more considerations in this case. So again, thank you for coming out.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Mr. President, next property is 3909 Deodore, which is Apollino Gonzalez, who's here present. As Mr. Gonzalez comes up here, I just want to brief the board that it's tab 3 in your book. The inspection report shows a structure that appears to have significant disrepair, including siding coverings that are old and dilapidated, a roof that appears to only be somewhat finished and under construction with no permits at this time, gutters have fallen, and a garage that appears to be in significant disrepair. Windows are boarded up, and in the rear of the house, it's open to the elements. So that's our situation. Our city's position is to enter the order and affirm the order of demolition. I don't know if Mr. Gonzalez wants to be heard or not.
Mr. Gonzalez has come here and wants to enter into the rehab agreement. You've explained that, and I think it's been set up for him as well to conduct that inspection. So I'm not sure if he's here. I think he.
Okay.
He's actually.
That's fine.
Okay.
not
Okay.
here.
Is Mr. Jorge Gonzalez here for 3912 Deodore?
He also left, but he also wants to enter into rehab agreement. We gave him what he needs to do, so we'll set up the inspection.
All right. Next would be Maria Gonzalez regarding 4850 WEG and 4801 WEG. I don't believe they're here any longer.
Yeah. They've been notified as well what the rehab agreement is.
All right. Next would be, let's see, Martin Alonso. Is that here in a certain property?
Ismael Rodriguez,
Wait,
48.
the Maria Gonzalez, she had two properties?
Yes, 4801, I'm sorry, number 13 and 14. 4801 and 4850 WEG. Attorney Butendorf was here only on number 13.
Okay.
Ismael Rodriguez from 4842 Homeworthy.
That is number, just for the record, number 7 on the book.
Okay.
He intends to have a contractor demolish the property. However, we'll still enter the demolition order.
I wanted to also mention that I received a call from the bank that's involved in Miss Patricia Johnson. She called on September 19th, and I left a message for her on the 21st.
Okay.
Next is Miss Cruz for 437 Vernon. I believe she's also here with the representative, Miss Lee.
Mrs. Cruz is the property owner. Christina Lee is one of the interested buyers on the property.
Okay.
They are aware.
This is tab 12.
of the rehab agreement. Mrs. Cruz intends to sell the property, and the new owner will, once they become owner, they will enter into the rehab agreement.
Okay.
And you can see by the condition of the property and the photographs, both in and out, that it does need to be significantly repaired.
Okay. If you would like to speak, can you please give your name and your address? If you would like to, you don't have to, but if you would like
I
to.
better not speak there.
Okay.
Don't be nice.
Well, okay. All right. Would you care to speak? If you can give your
Yes.
name and address?
Sir, my name is Christina Lee. I live at 683 Shrine Court in Valparaiso. I work with DAD Properties, who's purchasing the property from Ms.
And
Cruz.
what property company?
DAD Properties.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
We did have some questions. You mentioned the photos, but Ms. Cruz said she's not seen the photos and doesn't know why the property is on the demo list. So could we have the information on, I'm
I
certainly.
can email those to you.
Okay,
I can email those to you.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
you.
thank you for coming out, and again, please keep both buyer, maybe who's the buyer as well, to keep in touch with James Portalatin, and we can hopefully meet your needs here. Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you all for coming out.
Next is the owner, 3909 Euclid.
3909 Euclid is tab 6. We show it owned by Howard Hawkins of the same address, and also out of Gary. As you can see, the inspection report shows a chimney in some disrepair, tuck pointing throughout the walls of the building. And I think Mr. Howard is here.
This
Mr.
property
Hawkins.
is set for status because I can't say contractors applied for permits to do the repairs on the
South and east.
on the south and the east wall.
Okay.
And so they are working with the masonry that, and they're intending to do the repairs on the other. So I would set this one for status,
November or October?
for November.
For November. So we would request status, no order being entered at this time, continue to November 24th, 2025.
Yeah, they've actively got the permit.
Okay. All right.
And I'm not sure if the owner does want to speak.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm asking for more time because.
If you can just state your name and your
I'm
address.
sorry. My name is Howard Hawkins,
Okay.
3909. The building in question is 3909 Euclid, but my address is in Gary, 4520 Harrison Street.
Okay.
I'm asking for more time because I drive school buses. And as you know, school bus drivers don't get paid much. I was told by the judge that I had until October, that the city, the East Chicago judge told us, the judge told us that they was worried about the south wall getting done and the back wall. And then that was it. And then even though we already talked to the contractor to start working on the north wall and the other side by the springtime of 2026, which would give me enough time to recoup and be able to pay him off. The judge said when we was in court, which our next court date is October the 24th, the judge said that she asked the people that was there for the code enforcement which two sides of the building that needed to be done. And July, they told us it was just the south wall. And then we went back and at the end of August, they told us it's the east, the south and the east wall, which is the back of the building. So I scrambled up the money to get the back of the building done. And I also got the south wall done. The south wall, Your Honor, cost me almost $10,000 or $9,000, almost $10,000. And then almost $10,000 for the south wall. And then the back wall was an additional, I just had that.
So I think he's referring to the citation probably in the city court.
Right, because the judge told me that I had until October the 24th, and then we just mysteriously got letter. My mom went home, and because she lives in the building, and there was this on the door. And the judge told me until October the 24th. I didn't even know nothing about this. I never received a letter talking about that your building may be on the demolition list. Besides, we got this, and then that's when we got a certified letter in the mail to be here. And it was all sent to it was sent to the Euclid address, but I also got a certified letter in the mail for to my Gary address. But also, like I said, we did get this is the contractor, we did get the east wall, which was about $3,000, almost $4,000. So altogether so far, just to do those two walls cost me almost $15,000.
Yeah, we do show the service on Mr. Hawkins' signature. I assume that's your signature.
Yeah, that's my signature, yeah.
On the 8th of September.
Right, so that's when we got it.
It's just, it's a separate proceeding.
Right, and I'm going to give you a chance to comment as well, ma'am. Thank you for coming out. The first thing I want to say is that by evidence of today, the more time has been granted. So that's the first thing, is that this is not going to be on a demolition list today, because just so you understand what he said, when he said the term hold for status to November, that means that it's not in consideration for demolition. We'll come back and see the progress in November. So out of everybody on our list today, you for sure are not going on the demolition list, and it gives you a decent amount of time to kind of see what the status is in November. So the first original request, I just want you all to be clear that has been granted, and so the letter that you received is not will not go into effect with our action that we take today. Is that, you kind of follow me there?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the first thing. Request and answer meet one another in agreement. I think the next thing is that maybe, and again, outside of this setting, Attorney Smith alluded to, you're kind of in the middle of two different processes, but it still is ultimately to this board an unsafe building. And so the safety and it is a very high priority. And I understand costs, and certainly almost everybody can relate to that, but the unsafe building, it has to be addressed. So even, holding for November, that's not a long-term solution to address what you're getting from, I know it seems like it's coming at you at two angles, but you have two governing authorities, and you have to be responsive to both. To be honest with you, because we can't speak for them and they can't speak for us. So but I can tell you on this side, the biggest thing that you can do is ongoing communication and some plan or effort of progress. Okay, now that we can take into consideration. Again, I can't speak for the courts, but I can speak for over here on this side. But I can also tell you that, Unsafe Building Act is very serious to us, and so some plan has to be put forth. So I just wanted to share that before you spoke, so that I would like to, if the would like to speak now, you can give us your name and give us a few of your comments.
My name is Sadie Gardner, and I am
And your address, please.
3909 Euclid Avenue. I was made aware that somebody wanted his building by another code enforcer who passed away, who lived next door to our house. He lived next door to us. And he explained to me the beginning of the year last year that somebody wanted our building. And I said, why, Leonard? And he explained everything to me. I said, well, we're doing what we can. Now, my grandson just was one of those kids that was in that train accident, and he died. So that's why we lost a lot of money in that, because we had to bury my grandson when he got hit in Miller. He was a passenger, and he ended up dead.
Sorry to hear that.
Which is his son. It's not like we're not trying. Now, I have served as a nurse for 40-some years, and now that I'm in my retirement age, don't have much money, I'm working part-time, I feel like it's an attack on my son. Because every time we turn around, we fix one thing, here comes something else. It's not about the safety, because I live there. I would never put my own health in danger. But as I was calling the police, telling them that there's people running through my gangway with drugs, shooting and stuff, having sex, at my window, they did nothing. So I put the fence up. And then when I put the fence up, it got him in trouble. But it was the same fence that was up when we first bought the building. So I'm just trying to understand how East Chicago could do one thing. You say you for safety, and I see it's 2 or 3 buildings across the street from me that's built, the rocks falling down, and I ain't seen no green signs on that building yet. But yet, me as an individual, this is the only place I have to stay. My son got that house, got that building for me to stay there, because I had nowhere else to go. So now, I feel like I'm gonna be homeless again. Because what am I supposed to do? We're doing the best we can. And all we asking for is time. We did decide. My husband is from Jamaica. He was doing the work. Very talented, but they told us if it's under $500, this is how this all started. If it's under $500, y'all can do the work. So my husband started to do the work. And then they came and said, no, he got to be licensed. Well, you didn't say that at the beginning. So we got in trouble for that. You know, you call the office and you try to get information from them. Whoever's answering the phone is giving the wrong information. Every time, if it's under $500, you can do the work. So when the fence went up, it didn't cost us no more than $60 to send us for mortar. That's it. But then we get cited for that. So to me, somebody ain't got their information right. They not telling people right. We wouldn't have been in this predicament if we had got the right information when we called down here.
Okay, well, again, I thank you for sharing, and let me say my condolences. I know that's a tough time for the entire
Yes, and that's the only house my
family.
grandson was with.
But I will speak to this, is that now you have direct line of communications with the director, and I will ask him to make sure that the communication is and he is busy, but I will make sure that the communication is accurate and that you have information going forward. It's kind of tough to overspeak on this, because I know it is a hard situation. We don't even have the authority to go outside of the parameters and guidelines that are set by code. We are the enforcement. We are not the authors of it. And so we have some limitations here as well. We have wiggle room where it makes sense as well. And that was evidenced today by James providing that extra time, because he knows that there has been some effort or whatever it's going to be. So the only thing I can say is that, again, I can't overspeak. Stay in communication with James. Let him know what you're doing. It is not our goal to, if somebody said the city is trying to take the house or do something like that, that's not our intent. And if it was, through every level, I would know it and I would not have said that. That's not our goal. Our goal is also our requirement. These inspectors are bound by duty. There's a code. They didn't author it either, but they are obligated to have some enforcement. And I can tell you, sometimes it may feel like you're alone, but there have been hundreds of properties in all of those blocks, that neighborhood, that have come through the same process. And so you are not isolated, you are not singled out, but still what you're doing is right. You come here, we heard your voice, we know how you feel about it, work with him, and I think we can hopefully find some resolution where you have the time, the fairness, and it's also allowing to be enforced, which we have no jurisdiction over. Thank you very much for coming up.
And just a reminder that November 24th is the date where you all will come back. And
That's Thanksgiving.
That may not be the right date then. No, that's a Monday. It should be a Monday.
No, it'll be a Wednesday. That is probably the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
It's the Wednesday before
It'll be a Wednesday or a
Thanksgiving.
Monday. Aren't we usually here on Mondays, James?
Oh, no, Monday. Yeah, that's the Monday.
Or the Monday.
The Monday before Thanksgiving, we can keep it.
Yeah. So
We'll keep it. If you're here, yeah, we'll keep it. If it's Monday, that's fine. Olga, that's okay with me.
Are we gonna get a notice of that meeting?
Yeah, we'll make sure to send it, Madeline. will send it
At
out.
4:30 the same time?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you all for coming out.
I think that's everybody. Did we hear anybody else? Any other properties? No? No. Okay.
Okay.
So if I could summarize, Mr. President?
Yes, please.
All right. So the following properties, no one appeared. Given the condition of the property as shown by the binder and the inspection reports, we would request that those matters be affirmed. Those are, number one, 914 West 151st Street, 3744 Cary Street. Number two, number 518 Emlyn Place. Number 9, 4833 McCook Avenue. Number 11, 406 Vernon Avenue. Number 15, 4917 Weg Avenue.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
4917 Bed did speak to me. They are entering into rehab agreement. In fact, they already submitted their $10,000 cashier's check. So we will be conducting a rehab inspection, and they will be entering, but we'll still enter the demo.
Okay.
Yeah. So they failed to appear today, however, based on circumstances that James indicated, they'll be entering a rehab, but they would be affirmed today as well.
Okay.
And number 16, 4909 White Oak Avenue Garage. Those are all the ones that failed to appear. And then adding to that would be 3909 Theodore, number 3. These are all people that did appear today.
Okay.
Number 4, 3912 Theodore. Number 7, 4842 Homerly. Number 10, 4855 Northcott. Number 12, 437 Vernon. Number 13, 4801 Weg. Number 14, 4850 Weg. We would request all those orders be affirmed.
Okay. But 4855 was here, they left.
4855.
Northcott.
Northcott, they were here. Mhm.
Okay.
That was Mr. Bukowski.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that wasn't on the failure to appear.
Correct, that's on the appeared, but we were requesting the order be affirmed.
Okay, thank you for that. Is there a motion to approve the building department report as listed in front of us, with the exception of, which one are we pulling?
Number 8, 5031 Magoon has been reset for October 27th.
Yes.
And number 6, 3909 Euclid is reset for November 24th.
Right.
And otherwise, we'd request that the orders be affirmed.
Thank you for that clarification. Is there a motion?
I make a motion.
I'll second. Are there any questions?
I have done.
Hearing no questions, we'll take a vote. All in favor, aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right, thank you very much for that report. Is there a motion to rescind order to demolish for 3901 Drummond Street?
I make a motion.
I'll second. Are there any questions?
I have done.
Hearing no questions, we'll take a vote. All in favor, aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Is there a motion to accept rehab agreement 3926 Deardorff Street?
I make a motion.
I'll second. Are there any questions?
I have done.
Hearing no questions, we'll take a vote. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adopt Resolution 2025-28, 3712, Deardorff and release of lien.
I make a motion.
I'll second. Any questions?
I have done.
Hearing no questions, we'll take a vote. All in favor, aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much. Thanks for the quorum during the testimony as well. There's any audience would like anything else as far as participation? Any comments from the audience? Hearing none, our next meeting will be Monday, October 13th at 5 p.m. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion.
I'll second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.